Okay, hey everyone, to another episode of On Point EDC. Today we have a really cool review for you from the brand Spyderco as well as Lynch Northwest. Of course, Spyderco was founded back in 1979 out of Golden, Colorado. They're USA made in origin, but now have factories throughout that kind of each do different things, where some of their more iconic knives are made in the US, while some of their high-end pieces are made in Taiwan. And then in Japan, they actually make some entry-level and mid-range. Same for Italy. And then they do have some budget knives coming out of China. So the cool thing is that they do cover a wide array of market segments, from entry-level to some stuff that's pretty high-end. The nice thing about this is it's actually a dual review, because we're also going to feature these awesome scales from Lynch Northwest, which is a USA-made EDC accessory manufacturer, mostly known for their outstanding range of deep carry pocket clips that are not just compatible with Spyderco's, but a wide array of, Benchmades and beyond. Now, the combination of the blade here is going to be an M390 Delica 4. Originally had a blue FRN handle. This is actually a Bento Box Shop exclusive. And of course, I'm a big fan of the Delica 4. It's Spyderco's definitive basic EDC folder. And then, of course, the vendor exclusive M390 blade steel really is nice. You can get these from Bento Box for $157.95. And of course, that is with the standard, the standard grip there, which is just the FRN fiber reinforced nylon. But here you can see that I've modified it with the Lynch Northwest MOD2 titanium scale kits, which are unfortunately sold out at the time of filming this. I don't know when they're going to do another batch, but what we'll do is, for those of you that might be watching this and might be let down that you can't buy these scale kits, we'll also talk about why Lynch Northwest really make the best deep carry pocket clips on the market today. So with all that said, let's go ahead, zoom the camera out, get this piece in hand, and take a closer look. Okay, now before we dive in, quick customary wristwatch check. Today I have on my Archimedes Outdoor chronograph. I'll say that this is probably one of my more EDC oriented watches. I feel like German chronographs with hardened steel, screw down crowns, and excessive water resistance, this one having 200 meters of water resistance, is really something that I feel is very popular within the pocket knife kind of space. And of course, normally you would see stuff like from Damasco or Zen, but this Archimedes is such an outstanding deal. Definitely check the channel for a full review if you're interested. Otherwise, let's jump into this piece. Now, of course, the really only thing special about the Delica is it's just a tried and true silhouette. It's very usable. It's outstanding, very slicey, and this particular iteration does have M390 blade steel, which is great. And these do come out of the Seiki City, Japan factory. And I did pair it with this outstanding, scale setup from Lynch Northwest. This is the kit 1, which is the plain stonewash, and I did buy this as just the handles. He did actually sell different runs where you could get it with the blade already installed and everything like that, but I did forego that to save some money, because I already had this particular Delica that I've been wanting to mod for quite some time. And man, I'm really glad that I was able to time this correctly, because this thing's gorgeous. It even came with a little bit of paracord here, smaller gauge, that I was able to turn into, a little lanyard, which looks really nice. I'm pretty proud of myself and how professional this looks. But you can see they're really known for their deep carry pocket clips. So of course, this is going to have an outstanding deep carry pocket clip. And then as well as, if you look at these beautiful holes, which do line up with the blade, which is very, very cool. Man, that looks really great. I just love that it just bisects the holes there. It just has a really, really cool look to it. And of course, a great feel. I mean, the ergonomics of the Delica are legendary, but now you're adding this forward finger choil, which is fantastic. Really great beveling within the holes, as well as just the overall contouring of this knife. And these particular scale kits are really fantastic. So overall length going to be 7.2, so a little bit longer, just slightly, than your standard Delica. Blade length, of course, is going to be the same. Close length is going to be 4.3 versus the close length being about 4.25 on the standard grip. And then in terms of the weight, a little bit heavier, 2.5 ounces from the standard model. This is going to be 3.27 ounces. So although it is titanium, of course, it's going to be heavier, but than plastic. But one thing that's nice is they actually did make it to where you don't need the metal liners anymore, so that did help shed some weight. And I do have quite a few. If you guys are fans of the channel, you've seen I've done like a full video with a bunch of different Delica mods, and just to kind of bring them onto just a couple selections, just because just to show how much I love these clips. Check out the clip here. This is actually on a Wise, I believe Wiseman. These are aluminum. This particular one is S30V blade steel, but I really love this deep carry pocket clip. You can see nice loop back over, plenty of room so those screws aren't going to get in the way. And then of course you can get to working through there. This has a really nice coating on it. I believe it's a Cerakote, nice black. Looks fantastic, really fits with the whole theme here. Even the screws that came with it ended up working out really nicely, to matching the screws here on this piece. And one of the nice things here is you can see they really went to town on getting you that a little bit of jimping there that ties in, but you don't get the luxury anyway of a dedicated finger choil, which is definitely nice, because I feel like what you end up doing is you kind of do a makeshift finger choil a lot of the times. And this one is nice, but I have to say, I mean, come on, this is just next level. But I do have another one that is just really near and dear to me here, and then also of course features a deep carry lynch clip, and this is actually from Wilkins Grip. They don't really do grips anymore, but these are made in Germany, and these are titanium, pretty heavy by comparison. You get a little G10 backspacer. You can see the gold backlock here, because this is actually using super gold too, so you can see it is a laminated steel. So you're going to get the super tough tool steel here, and then it's being laminated with that SUS 410 in terms of getting the nice stainless properties. So a really fun one, and man, look at how perfectly this matches with the heat treat on here, where you're going to get the really fun flame anodization, and I think it just looks fantastic. And again, this is a lot heavier because it's a bigger chunk of titanium, as well as this actually reuses the steel liners that are inside. So by comparison, although the quality is very comparable, I think the usability there, it really stands out. And I love these clips. Look at how well finished those edges are. They've really come a long way. I'll say earlier iterations that I've had of the Lynch clips, weren't as nicely finished, and didn't have all these great options in terms of the finishing and the colorization that you can get. But I mean, this thing is outstanding. And even though I really love this one and it's a special piece to me, I mean, this one really still kind of rules them all. But when it comes to, just kind of knife mods, and the antithesis to the Delica would probably be the Benchmade mini grip, and this is a very special Doug Ritter M390. Again, M390 blade steel. It's I'm a big fan of, as you can see. This one is also a Wilkins Grip, similar to here, except this is going to have more of the raw titanium finish. And man, of course I had to fit it with this beautiful deep carry pocket clip, also from Lynch Northwest. Look at the finish there, the edges. it's just a really fine piece. And yes, you can find cheaper stuff that's made overseas. They buy in batches. We'll do all types of fun, annotations too. But there's just, this isn't super expensive by any means, and it's made in the United States at $21, for any one of these clips. It's really great, and there's a lot of different ones that these can fit on. But I mean, just to kind of give you an idea again, this is actually, now that they stopped making these, even Benchmade stopped making these Doug Ritters. These are actually now made by Hogue. But as much as a rare piece this is, of course, again, for me to really have this feel like the perfect pocket knife and the perfect mini grip mod, I just had to have this Lynch Northwest. I mean, look at the design here. It's fantastic. I really love the aesthetic, and of course, the craftsmanship and the finishing is top notch as well. And again, this is the later iterations. So I mean, I've actually had older iterations of this clip. This is in the stonewash finish, which just pairs really beautifully with this stonewashed blade, as well as the stone washing that is on these aftermarket grips as well. So again, unfortunately, although you cannot buy this particular scale set from Lynch right now, at least, you can still get their amazing pocket clips. And this one, I mean, you can see is definitely updated. He didn't just do something lazy where he's like, all right, well, we'll do our, we'll put a standard Spyderco clip pattern on there, and he'll just reuse something. Really went to town and showcasing just that, how beautiful this design is, and the finishing. Everything flows fantastic, nice and thin, nice little ramp there so it can get over your pants, and everything looks great. I mean, it has a little bit of an asymmetrical design there, but it all really just flows fantastic. I mean, I love this knife. I've always been a big fan of the Spyderco Delica, and for me, this is absolutely, the ultimate Delica. Sure, there are some other fun blade steels out there, and I have a bunch of other mods that probably don't, unfortunately, all have really great Lynch clips on there, so I won't bring them into frame. But if you are interested, definitely check the channel history if you want to check some of those out, or if you have some really cool Delica mods, definitely let me know. But for me, guys, this one takes the cake. This is kind of the one to have. The action's fantastic. Again, the ergonomics, they really just improved a really potent package already with the Delica. Really digging this one. Regardless of the grasp, you can see even I get into some EDC cuts, or I can really choke up onto it. This is just a beautiful piece, and that's one of the things that it's really nice that they were able to improve upon. A really fantastic package. Pretty much, I have beater Delicas laying around at various places in my house, and they're pretty much what I mostly open any packages with are Delicas, just because they're just perfect in the hand. They're not super sexy to fidget with because it's just a back lock, very simple construction. But also you can see the construction is very tidy. Nice blade centering there. If I can get it to let me find a good angle. Maybe that helps. But yeah, this thing is just perfect, so tuned in, and I love it. It's just awesome. And again, you gotta love these clips. They're fantastic. So although you can't necessarily go buy these scales right now, definitely use this opportunity to go get one of these clips, for your knife, just because you'll really, really enjoy it. So with all that said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked the video, please do hit like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks, guys.